Joe and Diana don't have residency yet, and because of the Schengen rule, they can only stay in Sicily for 90 days at a time. But even with all that, this place already feels like home. We really relate to their story. Joe, tell us a little bit about your Sicilian family heritage.
So my family came from 𝗘𝗷𝗵𝗲𝗶 and 𝗘𝗁𝗄𝗃. Most people probably know 𝗘₁𝗄𝗃.
Yes.
It's a famous town. 𝗘𝗷𝗵𝗲's not too far from it. It's a hill town. There's a big Norman castle there. It's like 8,000 people. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of expats have moved there.
Oh.
That's where they came from. And they went, of course, both went to New Orleans, where they came in to the States. And we kind of looked at that area, 𝗘𝗷𝗵𝗲, 𝗘₁𝗄𝗃, but you know, it's more inland.
Yes.
And we really wanted to be on the sea.
Oh, by the water. We love it. Tyrrhenian Sea.
Yeah. And when we came back on those visits, we tried to find some family in those towns to see if we could make a connection. And there's only one relative that's left, and we have not been able to make contact with her.
Oh.
Yeah, she hasn't ever replied. Told her, and she still hasn't.
Okay, regarding the culture, food, and local life, what's something you've grown to love about Sicily that really surprised you?
We're not beach people really, but we love the beach.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Do you prefer sunsets or sunrises or
The sunset.
sunset?
Yeah, we see it right over 𝗍𝗶𝗷𝗃, and it's beautiful.
Next question is, have you picked up any Sicilian habits or traditions that your old friends back home would be surprised by? Do you eat octopus?
Yeah.
Would they be surprised by that?
Oh yeah.
Probably.
You
A
know,
whole squid looks scary to people.
yeah.
Yeah.
Really good.
For me, seafood doesn't taste fishy. It's like if there's this freshness and this almost natural sweetness to it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you agree?
And of course, the lemons that they squeeze on are local lemons, and they just brighten up the dish.
Yes, that is so true. That's a great point. Do you ever question the decision to build a life here, or has it always felt right?
To me, it's always felt right. Like I said, we miss our kids and grandkids and family.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just feels, and I've told her, I think before, growing up in a small town, I grew up in Kansas, small town, there was a lot of times I felt like I just don't fit in here, or just don't feel like feel like I should be somewhere else.
Interesting.
And then when we came to Sicily, it's like, oh, this feels like home.
Interesting. Isn't that cool? Who would have thought? Across the world, however many hours of a flight.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And even though my heritage is not from Italy or Sicily, but this is like the second we got here, it just it's a weird feeling.
Yeah.
That's me too. I'm born and raised in America, and I have a piece about being here. And it's different stages of life. I'm not saying we'll never, ever, ever leave. You never know what's going to happen with family or health or needs. But for now, I mean, we don't plan on going back at this point. No. Could something change that would necessitate that? Yes. But I love that we're on the same plane of feeling a piece about it.
Years ago when we first started talking about moving to Italy, different regions, we thought about Abruzzo, or, that we want to be around Florence, and our plans was each year go check out different areas and see where we wanted to live.
Yeah.
But once we came to Sicily,
We're
Done
done.
deal.
I gotta be
Game
here.
over.
So I don't know if it's because that's where my family came from or what, but
You had a sense of belonging. Your roots, your heritage, you felt home. And even though America, where you were born and your family back home, that's always going to be a huge pull, and that's obviously the biggest thing. But other than family, you feel a pull here and just feel at home. I love that. What advice would you give someone who thinks they want to live in Sicily but hasn't tried it yet?
They need to spend as much time as they can over here in different times of the year too, because
Yes.
winter is different than summer. And if you can take 2 weeks or a month, come over.
Now, what's your favorite season in Sicily?
I would say June and September.
Oh,
Yeah, them are two real good months.
yes, they're mild. The electric bill is less.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're in 𝗬𝗲𝗍𝗃. What's the population of that town?
I think it was around 6,500.
Okay, so very small.
And
Very
they say in the summer it grows to like 30,000.
Oh my goodness. So it is a
So-
big tourist town, but you're further in. You're not right on the beach. Your home is further in, right? How many miles from the beach are you?
No, we're in town, so it's like a 15-minute walk down
Yeah.
to the beach.
But we're at the top of the hills, so 𝗬𝗲𝗍𝗃 kind of goes towards the sea. So we're at the top, away from the main street that everyone comes into town on. They shut down for the 𝗬𝗲𝗃, so it'll be a little quieter up there.
Awesome. Your view is amazing. Love it. What's the advice that you would give somebody that is kind of hesitating or balking and not quite sure if they could make it without being completely fluent in Italian? What would you say to them?
You can make it. There's not a lot of English speakers here. There's a few, but nowadays with Google Translate and
Yeah.
at least learn some.
Right. Y'all are studying and
basic.
learning, right? You're all in the process of learning. You know phrases, you know some sentences, but you're not connecting sentence with sentence. You're not completely fluent yet, but you're working on it.
Right.
Why did you decide to pursue citizenship through ancestry rather than other paths?
I would think that was probably the easiest for us. We could have tried to get the ERV visa, but they've been changing the requirements and how much money, and so we didn't think the passive income that we had would be enough.
Okay.
And the citizenship probably has some more benefits because you're a citizen and we can actually get the European passport.
Yes, the
With-
EU
oh,
passport.
Yeah, opens up the whole EU for us.
And free health care for him.
And won't you be able to get the long stay visa because you're accompanying him
Yes.
as the wife later?
Yes.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, and then eventually she can get citizenship through me. But yeah, so I think she can apply as soon as I get mine, but just the citizenship test would do it.
Next question is, what's one thing you wish someone had told you before starting the citizenship process?
But it's going to be a while. So there's several different ways to get the citizenship. Mine's a 1948 case, and you have to do a lawsuit through the courts here in Italy. And when we came, we thought we had all of our documents and the court date would be coming soon and it would be pretty quick. It's still,
Yeah.
we're still waiting on our court date. We have a court date, but then it
Good.
can be,
Bought the house in February. We moved here in June, and we were supposed to. The lawyers had told us it'd be October of that year. It wasn't. So just be prepared.
Okay, so whatever you're told, add like 6 months to it or even
yeah,
more?
A year.
A year or more. Okay, so hurry up and wait.
yep,
Okay.
what it seems like.
You have been spending 90 days here in Sicily and leaving the Schengen, is that, how do you pronounce that?
Schengen.
Schengen area. And you've been going to Albania for 90 days. So what's been the hardest part about living the 90 days in and 90 days out life?
Well, the biggest thing is you're having to leave your home. And you rent a place, and do they have everything you need? No, they don't. So I would say it's just the inconvenience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not feeling settled. There's a lot of YouTubers and people that do the slow travel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that's really for us.
Yeah,
I'd like
us
to have
either.
a home base.
Us too.
So just the uncertainty.
Yeah.
And that's another reason we want to be in Sicily. It's a good location to travel around Europe.
It's really, and
Cheap
plus you're
flights.
closer to the airport, yeah. It's not bad. Cheap
Yeah.
flights for Europe, anywhere you want to go.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, and that's
exciting.
kind of why we chose 𝗬𝗚𝗃𝗃 is because it's close to the airport here.
How did life in Albania compare to Sicily, meaning the daily rhythms, people, food, and the cost of living?
It's very similar to Sicily, so that's why we keep going back there. It's an easy transition. People are very similar, even though the language is not at all.
Yeah.
But the food is similar.
A lot of the people speak Italian.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And a lot of Italians go there for vacation and stuff, so it's
Okay.
Yeah. It's very affordable.
What's the average cost of, say, eating out? You said it was cheaper than here?
restaurants I think are cheaper than here in Sicily. Two of us can go have I would say several course dinner, appetizers and maybe a beer or wine, and for probably 25 euros
Yeah.
For both of y'all?
for both of us.
Yeah,
Wow.
and it's
For decent.
a lot of plates of meat. It's one of their traditional foods is grilled meats. 2 pizzas, 2 beers, $12.
For all of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here you can get pizza for 6 and 7 are
Yeah.
the lowest, margaritas and different things, and then drinks, but that's a lot cheaper.
A pasta dish is 5-6 euros. So.
Okay, that's really affordable. How about the accommodations? Are they affordable as well?
Yeah, they're pretty similar to Sicily.
For a B&B, you might pay. The prices are kind of all over the
Yeah,
place from
they
what
are.
we've heard.
Oh.
Different areas where we was at in 𝗬𝗏. So we paid like around 700 a month, but that's long term. you
Right.
know. But other people that are moving there full time, they're paying like 1,500 a month.
Oh my.
But I think it's the location. It was a bigger apartment.
Right, or it might be near the sea or
And
something
some
like
people
that.
that live there full time are renting for like $350 a month.
Yeah.
Isn't that a big spread? Well, let me ask you, was there a moment in Albania that made you really miss Sicily, or maybe the other way around?
Oh.
We always miss Sicily. No
Yeah.
matter if we go back to the States or we're in Albania, it's, we're wanting to be here. They have really good seafood in Albania, but that reminds us of Sicily.
Isn't that something?
It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we really enjoy Albania, but like she has said, we really don't miss it when we're
Yes.
here. It's kind of like, United States. We like it there. We miss all of our family
Right.
terribly, but not necessarily United States. We just feel so at home here in Sicily, and the culture and
Yeah. The people.
the people. And
We've put together a free guide, Top 5 Mistakes People Make When Moving to Sicily. We made a few mistakes early on and we want to help you avoid them. So in this short practical guide, we walk you through the top 5 things people get wrong and what to do instead.